All right, everybody, going over a suppressor review for you today. Starting off with this Bushwhacker 46, which is a Griffin Armament, as you can see, suppressor. So what I like about this initially, Wisconsin company, so kind of the hometown boys here. We're out of Wisconsin too. They make some great stuff. You got to check out their suppressors. They also have a lot of accessories for rifle builds, pistol barrels, all kinds of stuff. So check them out. This one is considered their universal suppressor. So again, this is a Bushwhacker 46. It's a 46 caliber, so you can do 45-70 government. You can do 4.58 SOCOM, so you can even get above that 45 caliber. This is 45 ACP. You can get all the way down to 223. You can shoot any sub caliber through it. There are some barrel restrictions on the magnums. It'll do magnums and stuff like that, but you'll have to look on their website to check out the barrel restrictions. So yeah, pistol, rifle, awesome. You can change the end caps out to do different size caliber diameters. So if you want to make that suppression a little more efficient, you can do that. Starting off here, let's check it out in the pistol configuration. So it comes with a rifle mount. So it has a mount, and then it comes with a muzzle device for that mount. So it's like a quick attach rifle mount, and it's got the taper locks on it. This one also comes with the booster assembly. So when you get it in a box, you'll have the booster assembly. You'll have to purchase a piston that will fit your host firearm, so you have to check the thread pattern on your barrel. This one actually, I also included kind of Griffin Armament's aftermarket cam lock system. So on the end of this, we have their cam lock piston, and then I bought the cam lock barrel adapter. And what's really awesome about this, usually with pistols, you got to sit and turn this thing off a bunch of turns. There's a lot of threads. Usually suppressors with pistons will also walk, they'll work their way off, and that's when you can have a baffle strike and everything because it's not lined up properly. So the cool thing about this, real quick, we got the cam lock system from Griffin Armament. So literally it's a quarter turn. So I just give it a quarter turn and it comes right off. It's got the taper mount in there, and there's a taper inside the cam piston. So you have to buy the cam lock piston and a cam lock adapter, but it makes a real tight seal. I haven't even shot this yet, but you can see the nice tight seal on that. It's making a mark in there. So the nice thing about the tapers is that it's not going to walk on you. It's not going to work its way off. So it's a real quick attach, and it stays on too. So you're not going to have that baffle strike. So literally that's it. Quarter turn off, throw it back on, quarter turn back on. You don't have to wrench this thing on. You want to make sure it's positively on. But so yeah, looks great. Adds on the 45s, it adds a little bit of length because your threads, the diameter of the barrel, is so big that you actually have to put the threads outside of the barrel. So it does add a little bit of gap back here. Some of you don't like that. But on a 9mm, the barrel diameter is smaller, so the cam lock assembly actually kind of goes over the top of the barrel threads, so your suppressor is back a little bit more on like a 9mm or something like that. So yeah, really awesome setup. Works great with any host semi-auto firearm because we have that piston adapter in here. So the piston adapter, or the booster assembly, is also known as a Nielsen device. It has a spring inside of it. So when you're firing that, you'll see, if I pull this apart, you can see the suppressor moving now. A lot of you guys probably know you need that movement in order for this slide to cycle properly. If this was, attached to the barrel rigidly, the slide wouldn't cycle properly and eject rounds properly. So you need that little bit of shock absorption in there when the slide is racking, and then the thing will work great. So yeah, let's take a look at that. I'm going to run into now, I'm going to change this out, and we'll put it on a 300 blackout. So I'm going to put the rifle adapter on here that goes with their quick attach mount. And literally all it is some spanner wrenches. So we'll get into that. We go through the booster assembly, how to change that out if we want to put this on a rifle now. So again, you're just going to grab your wrenches. You got spanner wrenches. You got this other wrench that's more of a universal wrench. I kind of like this for the booster assembly. And you can go ahead and loosen this up depending how tight you get it. What you could do also is put your spanner wrench on here and then this wrench on here and loosen it that way with the 2 wrenches. So you just pull this booster assembly out. So when you want to go from pistol to rifle, it's literally this easy. There's that booster assembly. And now what I can do is put the rifle. This is their QD mount. This has a universal rear end on it. So you could use like an ASR mount. You could use a Chemo adapter from Dead Air, ASR from Silencer Co. So, you know, or just use Griffin Armament because it actually comes with these pieces. These all come. The piston doesn't because you'll have to purchase that per your host firearm. So again, once you get this on, then you can put your spanner wrenches on and you can go ahead and tighten that up and get it ready for your rifle installation. So, and you don't have to muscle them on there real tight, but so there we go. Now we have that QD mount. I'll show you guys. This is the type of muzzle devices it goes on. So you literally just put it on there, and this is on a 300 blackout, and that's it. Now we're ready to rock. So that's, you know, how easy it is from pistol to rifle. Really nice, and it actually comes with all this stuff. Some of these universal suppressors don't come with a booster assembly. You got to buy that separately. If you need to change a piston out, again, if you get that cam lock system, I could literally have this cam lock piston in here, and I could get these cam lock adapters for all of my pistols if they have threaded barrels, and this booster assembly would work on all those pistols. So I wouldn't have to have individual pistons per each type of thread pattern per each type of pistol. So I could literally have this 45 ACP with the cam lock adapter. I could have a Glock 19 with a cam lock adapter, and this piston would work on all of them. So it doesn't matter what thread pattern you have. After you put this thread adapter on, it works with this piston, and it works with all of them. So real easy to change out from pistol to pistol to pistol. So even if you don't have the Bushwhacker, go out and get yourself a cam lock system. They also have an easy lock. It's a little more threads. It's not quite as quick as this, but I really like this cam lock. Works great. Okay, so now we're on to the 300 blackout. We've got the Bushwhacker 46 here. We changed out that rear end, so we're going to go ahead and quick attach this on. So, you know, just a few turns here. It's on there. We're going to go with some supersonics right away. Let you guys hear the difference on that. And then we'll go to subs, and you can check that out. So here we go. Here come the subs. And we got to lock them back. So awesome. I mean, what a difference between supers and subs. But this thing does a great job. Sounds awesome either way. I could shoot this with subs with no hearing protection whatsoever. It's just super quiet. This SBR has a JP silent capture in the back, so really makes it quiet. You don't have that twang from the spring ever, and it's just a real smooth operating gun. So gotta love 300 blackout subs through the suppressors. I was also going to show you guys on this piston assembly, or this booster assembly, that you can change this piston out pretty easy. You just unscrew this nut on the back, and then that will disassemble this for cleaning. Or if you guys don't go with the cam lock system, you'll have individual pistons per whatever thread pattern you have on your host firearms. So again, this is your piston. This is the spring that goes part of the booster assembly. This is your end cap. It has a little O-ring in it, so that seals up the gases from escaping out the back. So what you'll have to do is just push that on there. I mean, you can scrub that down with steel wool or whatever you want to do. They do get really dirty. And then you just shove it in there, and then you can tighten this up. But again, if you get that cam lock system or the easy lock system, all you'll have to do, you'll have one piston, and all you'll have to do is buy the the thread adapters for the barrels, and then you're in business. So, and then that way you'll only have one piston, and you can use it on all your different pistols. So it's pretty awesome. All right, guys. So now we got the suppressor on here. We got some 230 grain Winchester ammo. Let's see how she functions here. Functions great, locks back. We got that shock absorption. Not that hot because it's just 45, so you can just pop it off, turn it back on. I wouldn't recommend that all the time. If you're shooting rifles, they get hot very, very fast. So get yourself an oven mitt, take this thing off, works great. So just to wrap it up here, guys, awesome suppressor, so universal, works on so many different calibers. You know, great design. You can pull the baffles out of this thing through the front once you take this end cap off, so it's user serviceable. You know, just awesome that it comes with everything you pretty much need to mount on any firearm. Basically all you'll have to do is get certain muzzle devices for whatever host firearm you're going to use. So, you know, just it's pretty lightweight for its design. I think that's why it kind of has some of the barrel restrictions too. They tried to keep it light for the pistols, but yeah, it's not bad on a pistol. Some of these universals get really heavy on pistols, which makes it not ideal to run on them. I know, you know, there's been some others that I've reviewed that were a lot heavier than this. So this one's great. If you guys are looking for the one and done, the Bushwhacker 46. They also make a Bushwhacker 36. So if the largest caliber you're going to get to is a 9mm in diameter, go with that one then. And that's even smaller and lighter. So yeah, great product. Griffin Armament, good job.